I feel that more quarterbacks should be pushing that card. More agents should be pushing that card. Like, hey, look at this guy. He might not even play. He's got off the field issues. He gets 230 million fully guaranteed.
That's what I'm saying. We get to thank Cleveland for this.
Welcome back, Morning Fanatics, to another episode of the Morning Fanatic podcast. I'm Albert Torres. And please, guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel if you have not done so yet. And let us know your thoughts about the show with a comment below and what other topics you would like for us to discuss. And don't forget to share this with a friend. So sit tight, relax, and enjoy the show. I got here once again, filthy Texican, Carlos Gonzalez. What's going on, man?
Doing good, my G. How y'all doing?
Good, man. Doing good as well. Finally feeling a little bit better. Pulled a flu game in our last podcast. Didn't realize I was getting sick.
That was wild. You texted me afterwards. I'm like, I feel really sick. I'm like, oh boy, you seemed fine 10 minutes ago. What's wrong?
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. I was feeling it through the podcast. I don't know what happened, but feeling better. I don't know if you could tell.
Glad to hear that.
Yeah, I don't know if you could tell a little bit of like my voice still sounds a little stuffy, but we're gonna pull through. We're gonna get this next show on the road. I know, again, Carlos, you've got a lot of stuff to discuss when it comes to star quarterbacks getting paid.
Well, but some of them are stars and some of them pretend to be stars. There can only be so many, right?
Right, yeah, and a little bit of a mix of both. But before we jump right in, anything you want to add on, man? Anything?
No, I'm just want to confirm we're doing NFC East, AFC East. Yeah, this one, right? Okay.
For this one, correct. Yes, sir. So let's get it started. Let's get it started. Okay, so the Arizona Cardinals have paid their star quarterback, Kyler Murray. Murray and the Cardinals agreed to a 5-year extension worth $230.5 million, which includes $160 million guaranteed for injury. And upon signing the deal, $105 million is fully guaranteed. The contract puts Murray's average annual salary at $46.1 million, only behind Aaron Rodgers, which is at $50.3. Carlos, did Kyler Murray deserve this contract?
I think he whined his way into getting paid, which, again, by all means, whichever way works, the checks will clear either way. But, I mean, he pulled the Deebo card and scrubbed them off his social media months ago. Wonder what would have happened if the Lamar took the same approach. He might have already been paid. He might have set a record of guaranteed money. But, I mean, guaranteed money, $160 million guaranteed. He's number 2, second most among quarterbacks. I mean, what has he done to deserve that? He had his team at a 7-0 record last year and then flopped his way to an average finish, right? Did they make the playoffs?
Yeah, they made the playoffs and they got blown out by the future champs.
I remember them getting in and thinking, okay, well, maybe in the playoffs we'll see the first version of the Cardinals, but it didn't seem to come through that way.
Yeah, well, I think he deserved a contract. I don't know if he deserved 230 million.
This contract, yes.
Yes, I think he deserves it, but I don't know about the money. But just again, the way the QB market is, it is what it is. Unfortunately, I mean, he has 160 million guaranteed. I feel that just not only him, but hopefully Lamar Jackson does get his money. We might touch a little bit on him right now, but I feel that he did deserve it. Let me just go. I'm going off topic. A lot of things coming from left to right that I want to talk about, but I'll start off with, I think he deserved his money. The Cardinals have been getting better every year. I mean, when he first started, they were 5-10. Following year, they were 8-8. Then finally made the playoffs this next the following year after that. It did come to a strong start. He was in the MVP talks as well. So in that aspect, I feel that he did deserve it. Again, not sure about the dollar amount, but here's the next thing that I wanted to try to say is that I feel that Lamar Jackson should push for fully guaranteeing his whole contract like Deshaun Watson. That's where I feel that maybe Kyler Murray should have tried to push as well, or even more quarterbacks, because with all the off the field stuff, and for Deshaun Watson to get a fully guaranteed contract, all of the money guaranteed, I feel that more quarterbacks should be pushing that card. More agents should be pushing that card. Like, hey, look at this guy. He might not even play. He's got off the field issues. He gets 230 million fully guaranteed.
That's what I'm saying. We get to thank Cleveland for this whole debacle, and I'm happy for it because it needed to happen somehow. But I'm just saying, the guy that it happened to was also non-deserving. Like, but teams like Cleveland have to do wild things. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, but I feel though, again, stupid. What I've been saying, Cleveland is stupid. Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns are stupid. I don't know what they were thinking, fully guaranteeing all that money, but that's where I feel again, all the quarterbacks coming, like moving forward, they should try to negotiate fully guaranteeing your money. Start making that a thing. And not even the quarterbacks, man, just other positions, other players fully guaranteeing if this dude, again, with all those off the field issues, he can get a guaranteed contract. I mean, you should just be more demanding, demand trades. I mean, some of these teams are going to have to be forced into some of these things. You know, who's going to want to start all over again? You've got a talent like Kyler Murray, might not be top 5 quarterback talent, but you rather be with him or you rather start all over again and be miserable. So I feel Kyler Murray did deserve this contract, and I feel he should have asked for more guaranteed money.
I think Deebo Samuel is going to play the card that you're just offering for position players. Put your foot down, demand what you want, say the dollar amount that you want, and demand that it comes guaranteed. Because everybody's tippy-toeing around all these owners in hopes that they let them grab a pen and put their name on a piece of paper, when in fact, some of them know they're the star. And without me, this whole thing doesn't sell out. Without me, you don't get that many W's. And without me, you're right back in the lottery. And NFL teams don't like being in the lottery.
Yeah, I mean, who
knows?
Look
at the Lions. Look at the Lions.
Yeah,
they've lived there and been able to do nothing.
Yeah, they have. I mean, Matthew Stafford was there too, man. Luckily they got a talent there, but it's just somehow the organization just can't seem to find a way to become winners. I mean, how many times did they make the playoffs? Was it once with Megatron?
I think just the one time. Stafford had only been to the playoffs one time, and then the second time he won the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean, the difference of how a franchise works.
Competent.
Tells you there, yeah, competent, something that the Cleveland Browns are not, by giving away that Deshaun Watson contract. But yeah, man, I feel that Kyler Murray did wind his way through it. Maybe Lamar Jackson should be a little bit more aggressive, but I kind of like what when we talked with Joey with Black Mamba, you know, off air or off recording, that I kind of liked what he said. He also mentioned that players do wait and see what the other players are going to do, man, with other contracts. I feel that maybe Lamar Jackson also, that is something that's very plausible that he's doing. Waiting and see. Now look at 160 million in guarantees. Maybe now, I mean, good job for Kyler Murray, but I feel that Lamar Jackson was like, yes, you know that.
I think Lamar Jackson. I think we're advocating a little bit harder than we need to for him, and he's probably like like you said, he's just being patient. He knows he's not gonna not get paid, but
like when as soon as I heard that Kyler Murray got paid or got that alert, you know that gif of the Jack Nicholson that he's like, yeah. that's all that I see, like Lamar Jackson. Yes.
or the other one of
or oh yeah, the other dude. I mean, it's just a waiting game. Again,
I'm afraid because he doesn't have representation, man. Like, I don't know. The Cardinals are gonna be like, oh, if we give you all this money, then we can get you weapons. But and my logic would be, you haven't paid me right now, and you haven't got me weapons. So
yeah, I mean, it's just kind of goes back to how you said, figure it out. But maybe that is what they're trying to do.
Now there's a second franchise that you can look at and figure out how they're lining everything up to make it happen, Cap.
Yeah, I mean, it can. They just need to fucking put all their, I don't even know if this is real still or not, but they got to put their capologists to work, put them to do some overtime, put them to do more work, figure it out, get the man paid. Again, I don't think he is going to. They're going to try to tag him. This just shows that the Cardinals, by paying Murray, have shown their faith and belief in Kyler Murray, and where there's still a lack of trust there for Lamar Jackson, even though he's been an MVP winner. But I feel it's more of a, they don't believe in him as a passer. That's what I don't think that they believe in.
I mean, but he's improved passing yards every year. So like, there's no regression, man. There's no something that you can point at and be like, look right here. That's why. And if you say injury, they all get injured.
Yeah, of course. Everybody's gonna be
so we can't just by default go to that, because Kyler Murray runs a lot too. Josh Allen, you saw me tag you in that earlier. He runs more than everybody else.
But the difference is how much of an elite passer they are than Lamar Jackson. Like that's
no,
putting them over the edge.
I'm not arguing the arm. I'm arguing when people want to fall on, oh, well, his style of play. Motherfucker, they all run now.
Yeah. The style of play, yes, is a reason, but it's more like, I guess what we mean by the style of play is that, like, that's all he can do. That's what he's known for. Number one, like running quarterback. When you think of Josh Allen, you think more of dual threat. He can be an elite passer.
I'm almost certain that in the history of the NFL, there's no guy that's holding a Heisman Trophy and an MVP, and the team is doubting or tiptoeing or pulling the calculator when it comes down to paying the motherfucker, man. It's just absurd. We can tippy-toe and look at all the rules and all the reasons why, but motherfucker, he's got 2 of the trophies that nobody else can get. What are we doing here?
No. I'm not arguing. I do feel that he does need to get paid.
Doubted in college, doubted in the NFL. With a Heisman, they picked him 31st?
I feel that next year he's going to get tagged. And if he gets tagged, he should definitely hold out and try to get traded or try to get something, man.
If they tag him, wave him goodbye. You got to win it with him this last year because he's not staying. You fucked up.
They're just going to try to tag him one more time. But again, if they do tag him a second time, then the yearly, like that annual salary is going to be higher. Then
how many times could they tag him? They could do him back to back.
Yeah, they could do twice. They could tag him twice, but that hefty price, I can't remember. I think it's like over 130% of market value. So that's why teams are going to be like, tagging you again is going to be like more expensive for us. So let's, instead of paying you that salary for that whole year, let's just get a deal done. And they do the whole fucking signing bonus and spread it out through the length of the contract. But yeah, all right, man. Any last words? Or I know you wanted to touch on the Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, I was just saying, I think Deebo Samuel is going to play that card. Like, I'm the star. You've got me playing 2 positions, and you're trying to get me to sign as the cheaper position, but you're going to utilize me as the running back. Go fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have me playing 2 positions and pay me below average for either one, nah, you got to pay me top dollar and some pretty stuff on top. I'm playing two positions. You got me at a 2-for-1, man. You just discovered a 2-for-1.
I feel what you're saying, but and he does need to get paid, but primarily he's a receiver, so we're gonna.
That's what I'm saying. When it's a running back catching a lot, I'm not too worried about it, bro. It was on your list of things that were gonna happen today. You were gonna get fucking hit a lot. A wide receiver doesn't get hit if he doesn't have the football. And when you're making him fucking carry it 10 times, that's 10 extra hits that weren't accounted for that night.
But I mean, the 49ers were eventually depleted, man. So like he had to fit into like a running back role where like this wasn't planned. I mean, the dude, I feel that if he's gonna get paid, he's gonna have to get paid as a receiver. I understand the dual threat of things, but
that's where there's more money, right? There's more money on the wide receiver market. Thanks to Hill.
Yeah, thanks to Tyreek Hill. But again, it's gonna go down, I think, more of like the guaranteed dollars. But I feel that let me give you this list right here that I did see. And see what you think.
Okay.
Do you think that Deebo Samuel deserves to be paid more than Tyreek Hill?
He does more than Tyreek.
So you think he deserves to get paid more?
If you're going to ask him to come out of the backfield, yes, you have to pay him more than the top wide receiver.
Yeah, but don't you think that the 49ers are going to address that? We need a running back, and then...
You would hope so. I don't think he wants to do both things unless it's going to equal to a nice payday.
Yeah, and that's where I think that
I could be wrong. Maybe he does want to play running back too, but I think he's smart and realizes these motherfuckers got me on the 2-for-1 right now. I'm not going to let that fly.
Because look...
And I don't even think he wants to be there. I don't think he wants to play in San Francisco.
Plus, he's already demanded to get out of there. But
that's what I'm saying. So I don't even think it's necessarily a money problem.
But John Lynch is not going to let him go. He knows that he's too valuable. Plus, they're gonna need him to help out their new quarterback. I think it's Troy Lance, I believe.
Trey.
Yeah, Trey Lance. Okay, so if you feel that he's doing a lot more, do you think Deebo Samuel deserves more than 72 million guaranteed? That's the top of the top.
Who has that?
Tyreek Hill. He got 120 million, 72 guaranteed.
Guaranteed. You can guarantee him at between 65 and 70, but make it more money than Hill's is what I would be advocating for if I was Deebo. Again, if you want the man doing both jobs, if you're eventually going to slot him back to being a receiver only, then I'm not asking for that extra tax. But if you want me playing both positions, one position is going to destroy my body more than the second one. Therefore, you need to pay me for that.
But they're not gonna they need to get a running back, man. He's gonna be more of a special package type. They're not gonna make him a workhorse and then go and catch passes.
I'm not saying be a workhorse, but if you are coming out of the backfield more times than not, or more times than usual, let me ask you this: on average, how many times does a wide receiver get the ball behind the line of scrimmage? Very rarely, right?
Yeah.
So fuck you. If he's doing it 5 times a game, those are 5 hits that do not exist for wide receivers, period. I'm not even an agent, and that's the fucking first thing I'm putting in the argument.
Okay, so then you said 65 million guaranteed mark.
Between 65 and the 72, that's the mark. So meet me at 68,
Damn.
70.
So top 1, 2 Tyreek Hill and Devontae
mero arriba, pa. Sí.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, I feel 60 million should be right around the mark where he should get like that guaranteed money. I understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, I feel that they're not like, sure, let's use them as a package, special package.
You're
Uh,
saving your money on the quarterbacks. Well, Jimmy's leaving. You got a rookie quarterback. You gave all the money to the defensive guy. Make sure those defensive guys get you all the touchdowns in.
yeah. I
Make
mean,
sure Bosa gets you all the fucking scores then. You and your fucking defensive pays. If I'm the touchdown guy, you got to pay me, bro. Period.
yeah, he did go for, I think it was like what, 1,400 yards that he
caught for 14 or 1,400 total.
1,400 yards.
What I saw, but in the air, caught,
Yeah, caught.
receiving.
And 77 receptions, 1,405 yards, 6 touchdowns in the year. He rushed 59 times for 365 yards.
He rushed almost 60 times, way,
Mhm.
and still gave you 1,400 yards. So if you don't make him come out of the backfield at all, he may break 2,000.
Nah, tampoco.
When?
I don't think he's
18. I'll give him another 4. If he got 300 running, you don't think he can give me 450 in the air? I think he can. If you slot those
2,000
59
yards receiving?
No. I said closer to 1850. I
mean,
said flirting with 2,000.
Okay, yeah, I was like, was pinche with Jimmy Garoppolo at the helm.
That was the other asterisk. He wasn't gonna get there because of who's throwing it. But I'm just saying, coming out of the backfield 60 times in the year, man, it's just not on. It's not on the books for a wide receiver.
All right. Well, before we move on, any other last thoughts, Carlos?
Ready to check out these divisions and see what we think about our Eastern teams.
Yes, so let's get started again with one of our segments that's called Better or Worse. We're going to go down through each division for every NFC and AFC team. This week, we're going to start off with the AFC East predictions. And I'm going to get it started here with the AFC East. And I'm going to go with the winners of the AFC East this year. It's going to be the Jets winning.
No, I almost sprayed this camera.
No,
I was sorry, I'm going to let him finish.
I'm sorry, George. I'm just messing. I wish it was the Jets, but
Greeny would approve as well.
Greeny would have approved, but no. Let's start off with the winners from last year of the division, the Buffalo Bills. They were 11-6 last year, and I'm anticipating this year for them to again win the division, but I'm predicting them to be 13-4. So they're gonna get better for me. Bills are gonna get better. 13-3. They just signed Von Miller to their defense, which is only going to get better. They do have a tough start on the road to their schedule, 4 out of 6 games on the road, but that just means the rest of the schedule could potentially get better. So I'm going to go with them at 13-4.
Can you repeat that? 4 out of their first 6 are on the road?
Yeah.
So the first month and a half, they'll only be at home twice?
Right.
That's not the coldest part of the year, but I guess it's probably better to be away from Buffalo at the beginning of the year. Huh?
Anytime. But
Cold as fuck.
And then second, last year, the Patriots, they were 10-7. This year, I'm gonna pick them to stay at second. Even though the Dolphins did get better and they have some expectations, but I'm gonna stick with the Patriots at 10-7. I feel that I don't know if they're going to get better or worse. This one was a tough one. They're 10-7. The secondary is their biggest concern. I don't know if they will eventually take care of that. So I'm going to leave the Patriots at 10-7. Dolphins at number 3. They were 9-8 last year, so I pick them to be better. They're going to be 10-7, 1 win more. I mean, the Dolphins did Obviously, this is the reason why they did get a little bit better. They got Cowboys ex-receiver Seth Wilson Jr. They got running backs for Raheem Mostert, Chase Edmonds, and the big addition in the offseason was Tyreek Hill. A lot of pressure for Tua. I don't know if they will take the Patriots for second place. I don't think anybody's going to overtake the Bills, not even the Dolphins with all these additions. And lastly, the Jets at number 4. Sorry, George. They were 4-13 last season. I'm actually expecting them to do better at 5-12. They are still a young team. I mean, Wilson, like he doesn't need to play hero ball. They're still young. I feel that's what he was trying to do a lot of last year. I mean, 3 first-round picks by the Jets this draft. I mean, they got a cornerback, Gardner, a receiver, Garrett Wilson, and a pass rusher in Jermaine Johnson to help their defense. So a lot of solid potential, or a lot of future solid contributors in their future, but just too young right now. Not going to be much of help. They just need to develop, and they're going to be a potentially strong team in the future.
So Zach Wilson played last year?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I thought this was his. He just got drafted.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
What do you think, Carlos?
I have it very similar. So I think that the Buffalo Bills are going to get better and might be the best team in the AFC overall, and may get out to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. But that's getting a little bit ahead of myself. But yeah, I think the Buffalo Bills can easily win 2 or 3 more games and be 13, 14 game winners. But I'll say better for them. I say the Patriots will get worse and get overtaken by the Miami Dolphins, who got better. I'm not going to go ahead and give you records because I didn't look at opponents and I didn't go list it all down. I can say that maybe Miami wins a game or 2 more to overtake the Patriots. I don't know how many more the Patriots will lose to fall that far down. But yeah, I have the Miami as second in that AFC East, and the Jets at the bottom.
All right, man. Well, moving on to the NFC East, or the NFC beast of divisions, Los Cowboys. So for the NFC prediction, I know it's going to sound biased, but I've got the Cowboys winning.
They were the
division.
best last year, right?
Yeah, I've got them winning the division again. They were 12-5, but they're going to win the division, but they're going to get a little worse. And I have them at 11-6. The Cowboys just didn't get better via free agency, man. And they just lost Randy Gregory on defense. They traded away Amari Cooper on offense. They lost Seth Wilson to the Dolphins.
What did we get Cooper? What did we get for Cooper?
It was just picks that we got, but I feel that the offensive line needs work too. We're not that dominant offensive line anymore. Tyron Smith keeps getting hurt. We can't depend on him. Zach Martin, I mean, he's starting to get hurt as well. Not as dominant, but he's still going to be up there when you talk about the best guards in the league. Offensive line, again, it needs work. We didn't get better. Just because we're in this division, I feel that we're going to get a bunch of our wins through them. And Dak Prescott's going to have to step up, man. He's going to have to earn that money. So I'm putting a lot of faith into Dak, that he's going to get us a division again. At number 2, I feel that the Eagles are going to come in again at number 2. They were 9-8 last year. They are going to get better. I predict them at 10-7. They have one of the best offensive lines, and they've improved their pass rush. They do have the 3rd easiest schedule, so that kind of scares me a little bit. Where I'm putting them super close, a 1-game difference. So that does make me a little.
Say that we don't have much of a cushion for error there, according to your records, right?
Yeah, not a lot of cushion there, so that does put a little fear in me. But I have faith Cowboys will be undefeated versus the Eagles, and that's what's going to give us the slight edge. And at number 3, I've got the Commanders. They were 7-10 last year. I see them getting better. just one game, 8-9. They have a solid offensive line, but I still have no faith in Carson Wentz, as I'm sure I'll hear from you here in a little bit about that as well. And then the Giants, they were 4-13. I feel them getting better. I mean, of course, you can only go up from 4 wins. I'm going to bank on Saquon Barkley just finally coming back, hopefully being healthy. And hopefully Daniel Jones, he's going to be also his last season that he's going to try to prove that he is a starting quarterback in the league. I've got the Giants at 6-11. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, Carlos.
Well, also going to be super biased, but it's pretty obvious that the Cowboys are the better team in that division, just quarterback down. I wouldn't say anyone else even has. I mean, the Commanders might have a better defense than us, but that's really the only team that I would give them a solid edge over us in any one particular category. I have a feeling the Commanders are going to somehow sneak up and get to second place and overtake the Eagles from last year. Not because anything Carson Wentz does. Let's just get that straight. This guy still will be shitting on Carson Wentz at any opportunity he gets, because that guy's just hilarious to me. The least deserving Super Bowl champion of all time. The least respected Super Bowl quarterback of all time. And like, Jesus Christ, everyone just shits on that guy because he's not very good. He just happened to be the starting quarterback when his team won the Super Bowl. But he didn't even play in the Super Bowl. So a lot to prove, but also got $100 million contract. So
what you've got? Cowboys, Commanders,
Giants, and it's always fuck the Eagles.
Wow, you've got Eagles at number 4 coming in last.
Yeah, I think they're going too hard on Hurts, and it's not going to work out for them. But that's just, out of all the teams, I dislike the Eagles the most. It's always fuck the Eagles. Shout out to Mikey. He taught me well.
Wow. Okay. Well, interesting set of predictions, Carlos, but we agree. Cowboys winning NFC East, Bills winning the AFC East. And lastly, we've got our top 5 receivers coming into the 2022 season. We're going to go run through them real quick. See how you guys can comment and let us know your thoughts on these top 5 receivers and on the division winners and predictions. So I'm going to go through my top 5. I'm going to go at number 5. I'm going to go 5 through 1. Number 5, Jamar Chase. Feel he's going to be the number 5.
You got him in there already.
Yeah, I got him in there already. But
year 2?
Huh? Year 2? Yeah.
Year 2? Wow.
Year 2. All right, guys, we're back. Sorry about that. Had a little bit of technical difficulties. Carlos, were you able to get my top 5 receivers by any chance or whatever?
I did not get to hear you, bro. I was rewinding a video that I have pulled up, and my internet just blinked or burped or freaked out. I'm not sure what happened. And I was like that Steve Urkel, did I do that? I don't know what happened. Then it just kind of wanted to come back, but I know our meeting was kind of going to come to the end, so it was probably for the best. But I did not get to hear your list. I heard Jamar Chase, and then we were talking a little bit about how you had him on there early, and then I just saw everything freeze. I thought it was my camera, but my camera is still holding up. It's not warming up.
Still good there. Okay, yeah, no, we'll go over it one more time here. I think you might have
Chase.
Heard,
I heard number 5,
Jamar Chase, and I had an honorable mention that I was thinking of putting there, but it was
that's where I last heard. Okay,
it was Michael Thomas. When healthy, he's a really solid receiver. He's really good.
New Orleans, right?
Yeah, New Orleans. I mean, he won't have a Drew Brees, so we'll see. But since he hasn't been healthy the last couple of seasons, there were other players as well, like Stephon Diggs.
He's not on your list?
Yeah, I put Jamar Chase over. So
interesante.
Yeah, and then number 4, I have Tyreek Hill. Number 3, DeAndre Hopkins. Number 2, Devontae Adams. I only have him at number 2 because I'm not sure how he'll do without Aaron Rodgers. We'll still see. And number 1, you got to go with Cooper Kupp, man.
Champ.
What he's done with fucking Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford. I mean, he's still gonna put in the work. He's gonna give you results. And yeah, you gotta go with the champ, man. So I've got Kupp, Adams, Hopkins, Hill, Chase.
Well, I'm gonna swap out Chase because Chase hasn't exactly been there long enough, but I want to find a spot for Samuel just because we were talking about him and because of the extra work that he's done. So I'm going to honorably squeeze him in here at number 5. And I'm gonna get Samuel in there just because of the extra production that man can provide. Not necessarily catching, but holds more value. We just covered this. At number 4, I'm gonna go with Tyreek Hill. That cheetah he's just almost unguardable, man. You got to throw 2 guys at that man. If not, he's gonna burn you. At number 3, Stephon Diggs. He's just incredible. And Josh Allen, I think, also like stepped up a notch to be a top tier quarterback. I'm gonna go Devontae Adams and Cooper Kupp to round it off. Champ, all the rings. I'm leaving Hopkins out just because of the injury, not because of he's not because he's not gonna produce, not because he's not worth being on the list. I just didn't see enough of him this year, but he does belong on that list. Let's just get that straight. The fact that he wasn't on the field to remind me that he's supposed to be on the list is why I squeezed Samuel in there. I almost just put Hopkins in there out of respect, but I want to make sure that me not putting him in there is disrespectful.
That's what I was gonna say. That's very disrespectful. What do you mean?
No, he wasn't on the field.
But going into the 2022 season, you don't think he's gonna be a top 5 receiver? You're putting Deebo Samuel in front of Hopkins.
I think if Samuel was only receiving, then Hopkins is 100% better.
Pinche Deebo, güey, llegó con su bike and su pinche taking away your gold chain or what to put me in the top 5.
Oh, we just talked about him, man. He's valuable. He's important. He's a workhorse, like you said, like 60 rushes, 59 rushes, man. We're not just gonna omit that. Like, I know we're talking wide receivers, but that's what he's classified as. And again, not a slight to Hopkins. He just wasn't on the field to remind me. Here's the thing. Now that Murray's paid and Hopkins is going to be healthy, I'm more than likely going to have to eat my words come next season. But I don't know, man. I just feel like I couldn't not put Samuel in there.
Okay, so it was Deebo.
Someone was gonna have to fall short, and I wasn't gonna make Diggs fall short, seeing as how he was on the field this year. That's how I justified my pick. The fact that he wasn't on the field. But I'm going on what I saw.
So you're going with Deebo 5, Hill at 4, Diggs at 3.
Diggs, Adams, Kupp.
Oof. Okay. All right. Well, it is your top 5 receiver list. So,
and I fucking hate the Niners. Let's just get that one straight too. But that man is just doing a lot.
Okay. Interesting. All right, guys. Well, we've come to the end of the show. Again, give us your thoughts on your top 5 receivers. Put in your comments your top 5 if you agree with us. Give us your predictions on the East divisions, AFC and NFC East, and let us know
what position you think we should cover next episode. Should we move on to corner? Should we try to do some defensive guys and do middle linebackers, or just delay up and go quarterbacks next?
Yeah, give us your thoughts, guys. We're open to any suggestions. We do want to hear your thoughts. We want to reply to you guys, but for now, this is all we've got for today. Carlos, any last words?
Follow the Filthy Texican on all social media.
Yeah, follow Filthy Texican. Follow at Morning Fanatic in all social media platforms. Again, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to our channel. And Morning Fanatic, Filthy Texican, we're out.